Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Bailey Canning. I'm the owner of a digital agency called Inbound Web Development. We help our clients build beautiful marketing-focused websites and then work with them on ongoing marketing campaigns to ensure that they're driving consistent traffic and generating leads. On today's video, continuing our series on the web design process, I want to talk to you about the strategy phase of a website and why this is so important. Why is website strategy so important? Well, two main reasons come to mind for me right away. One, we need to agree, both the freelancer / agency you're working with and you, the client yourself, on what the core problems that the website is going to solve from a business / marketing perspective. We need to align on all the problems and goals for the project, and this way down the line when it comes to making decisions, we're going to understand each time what exactly it is we're trying to solve and optimize for. And this way it's not like all these different starts and stops. Rather, we have 2-3 simple, clear objectives that we are trying to solve. And then whenever we are at a fork in the road when it comes to this project and we need to make an important decision, we just need to refer back to what the problem is we're trying to solve and then think about what solutions we can apply there. Second, and I would argue probably the most important here, is that we need to ensure that the website is going to achieve the business reasons for starting it in the first place. Design is very important. Copy is very important, but this is not supposed to be an art project. This is a business project, and we need to ensure that we have done the research we need to understand the client's industry, problems, and the services and products they provide. And two, we also need to understand what the competitive landscape looks like. And once we've done that research, then we can formulate a coherent strategy to ensure that the website is going to be able to produce business results for the client. All right, so you can basically break up the strategy phase into two separate parts. The first part is discovery and research. This is where, once the project has started, the freelancer or agency you hire should do more research about your business. So typically what I like to do is interview the main clients I'm working with to discover more about the history of their business, why the founder started it in the first place, what are some of the strengths of the business, what are some current weaknesses of the business, how is it positioned in the local and national competitive environment, and also what are some more details about the products or services and what benefits do these products and services offer to the clients or customers. Next, we'll move on to doing competitor research. So we'll review both their local competitors and national competitors across the United States or whatever country that they are located in. Typically, I will ask the client for a list of competitors, but then I'll also do some research on my own just to see who is ranking well on Google. Transitioning to that, we also do some SEO research as well. So typically, I will audit the client's website, and then I will audit as well as the competitors that they gave us to see what their current keyword rankings are, how much traffic they're getting, what pages, what types of content are really producing good results from an SEO perspective, and what can we do in this new website design to ensure that not only do they keep their current rankings, but grow their rankings as well on Google and other search engines. Finally, I also do design research. So I look at competitor websites, both local and national again, and then I review their designs, see what I like, what I don't like. We'll talk about it with the client. And then I also, very importantly, will look at the copy, and I'll usually just copy and paste copy from a bunch of different websites and keep it in one central Google Doc. And then this way I'm able to see how other companies in the same industry are talking about their products and services. This is very important because one, we want to know if there's industry conventions that we want to stick to. And then two, we also want to see kind of what copywriting angles they're using, because at the end of the day, we don't want to use those angles. We want to create a unique positioning for our clients. So it's very important to understand how the design of other websites and the copy they're using is used to market other businesses, because at the end of the day, the whole point of doing this website project is to ensure that our client's brand gets completely differentiated and that they have a unique positioning within their local market. All right, so once I've done all the research and discovery that I feel is needed, I then summarize these findings in a strategy presentation with my client. So I set up a separate meeting to discuss all these findings. And then from there, we talk about what exactly this means for our project. Then from there, it's time to formulate a strategy. So typically in the strategy presentation, I've already come to the table with multiple recommendations, but also the client knows their business the best. So I always like to discuss it with them, get their opinions, because by bringing them into the process, we can truly make the project even better. So what this looks like in practice is we start off by setting website goals for the project, and then we move on to setting objectives and KPIs. And essentially this allows us to set goals that are going to be trackable and measurable. So later on down the line, 3 months later, once the project has been completed, we can look back at our goals and see, were we successful or not in trying to solve the business problems for starting the website in the first place? And if we weren't, what can we do going forward in our marketing engagement to ensure that we improve going forward? Once we've agreed on 2 or 3 goals for the project, then we move on to discussing the content of the website. By content, I mean, copywriting, blogs, videos, images, podcasts, company profiles, employee bios, really anything that is going to be written or a media asset on the website is considered content. So we want to talk about content because one, we need to know what content we have. Two, we may need to develop content. So we need to discuss that at this point in the project. And then three, content is just going to be very important because once we understand what content the website is going to feature, then we can think about a general strategy for designing that content. So I always come with a list of content ready to discuss on this meeting, but then I also get the client's input as well. And then afterwards, we align on what content the website will feature and on what pages roughly that this content will also be on the website. Finally, once we've aligned on the content, then we can talk about the visual direction of the website. Very important to align on this early on because we never want to spend a lot of time later on creating designs, spending 10, 20 hours doing this, and then presenting it to the client just to find that it's completely off base from what they would have wanted. Typically, what we do is we show them examples of competitor websites, both in their industry, and then just some general design examples that we think would be good inspiration for this project. We also ask our clients to come with examples as well, just so we can get a sense of what they like and what they don't like. And then we review these examples together just to discover, again, what it is that they like and don't like. As a designer, it's equally important for us to get a good sense of what our clients do like and don't like, so we have clear guidelines on what exactly we should be doing when it comes to design. Based on this, we're aligned on the visual direction, and we have a very good starting point for the design phase. So that's really the main part of the strategy meeting. Otherwise, we end with just general questions and next steps that we formulate together. Afterwards, I send my clients a site map of the project, so this way they can visually see exactly what the website is going to look like in terms of pages, which end up being deliverables. And then I also send together a updated timeline where they can see what key project milestones are going to be for getting deliverables done and launching the website. So this way, everyone is on board on when the website will be launching. And then finally, if this all sounds good to the client and they're all on board, then once they approve this website strategy, then we get started into the next phase, the design phase. So yeah, that's a quick overview of the website strategy phase. I hope you found it helpful. Really, the last thing you will ever want to see when it comes to building websites is to rush into the design phase right away. Because I know, I've worked on projects in the past where the client really wants to get started and I wanted to get started as well. And it's very exciting when you're first starting a new project. But really, by taking 7 to 10 days, I would roughly say that this process takes to complete. By doing the research and by actually thinking through what business problems we're trying to solve, your project is going to be so much more successful down the line, and you're going to have measurable metrics to track your success on to ensure that you're successful later on. So yeah, think of the strategy phase as the foundation to a project. I don't know a ton about home building, but I can imagine that if you tried to build a home without a proper foundation in place, home probably wouldn't be super well constructed. So really, we just want to ensure that we have a strong foundation and that the agency or freelancers you're working with have a solid understanding of your business and its competitors and the industry you work in, because if they don't, then they're just not going to be able to produce an effective website for your business. All right, hope you found this video helpful. Hope you found it interesting. And if you did, I would appreciate if you could like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Just helps with the algorithm. And then, yeah, if you are interested in starting a website project with my company, Inbound Web Development, definitely check out the description or comments here below where you'll see a link where you can just book a meeting with me right away. In the meantime, just keep it posted to the channel. I'll be releasing videos each week detailing the separate steps of a website project. By the end of this video series, you'll have all the information you need to hire an amazing freelancer or agency to build your business an awesome website. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.